side, Greg Olsen. That's the rookie Tyler Loop. He begins this one. Off we go here in the Inner Harbor. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. The motion man is Nakua. The throw right away is Stafford. Right side, complete to Nakua. Into space. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 75 yards. Touchdown, Los Angeles. And Greg, that is the way you love to start one of those games. Get off the bus, get on the field, get in the end zone. The road team with the first 6 of this one.
And you can just see, Mike, it takes a lot of the air out of the stadium. And this crowd, they're fired up, start of the game, trying to make their presence felt. And the opposing team goes all the way down for an opening drive touchdown. That's an ideal way to start when you find yourself on the road.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Dejounte Wester now to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. First carry for King Henry. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Jackson now on 2nd down. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. That is brought in. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one. A big play after being backed up. 45 yards. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Keaton Mitchell. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. Tackle made by Nate Lansman. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. I had a defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
That's complete. He got it to Hopkins. And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on 4th down. They'll run out of the gun with Henry. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. Second down, they need 3. Back to throw, Jackson. And he's going to get belted at the end, but he keeps possession of the football, setting up 1st and goal.
Well, sometimes as a quarterback, when you decide to pick up those yards with your feet, you got to pay a price. And in this case, he takes a big shot, but not before he's able to pick up that 1st down.
First and goal, and it's Henry. And he will get into the end zone. Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. Tyler Loop now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Ravens move out in front by a point. It's 7-6. Now, after the touchdown, Loop is back out to kick this one away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw is Stafford. Lets it go downfield for Ferguson. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down. He was looking for Terrence Ferguson, the tight end. It's 2nd down. The motion man is Nakua. First carry here for Kyron Williams. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. It was Odafe Owe to make the play. Third and 7. Stafford. That's taken in by Higbee. 16-yard pickup on that one. First down, L.A.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. A 1-point affair, 7-6 is the score. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Stafford. He'll get this to Kyron Williams. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
From the 38 now, here's second and a yard. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. From the 43, here's second down and 6. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he's going to pick it up, take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up first down.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Nakua snags it over the middle. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From 29, here's second and 5. They run over center with Williams. Finding space at the 15. And he will get into the end zone. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, Los Angeles. His second rushing touchdown of the year.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
The extra point from Carty is good. And the Rams are in the lead by the score 13-7. So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Wester now to return it. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Now Jackson, this a designed run. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
They went to the designed quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 9. Now, Jackson going up top and looking for Flowers. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. A big play there. Jackson to Flowers. 45 yards. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On the give, here's Henry. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing Jackson. This is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Isaiah Likely. And third down coming up.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. There's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on fourth down. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. They get 18 yards on fourth down and a fresh set of downs. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he'll take this forward for about 5.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. On the handoff, it's Henry. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry, and he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a hold up, but he got what he needed. It is 1st and goal coming up. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal. Henry, touchdown! What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st down, Stafford. Here's a screen set up to Williams. Now a timeout signal for him, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break. Second and 5. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. 2nd down, it's Stafford. That's down the field for Higbee. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So it is a 1-point game here at the half as we check in with Scott Hansen for our halftime report. Scott. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A 1-point game as quarter 3 begins. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. Past the 45. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And he is gone. 76 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. 3 touchdowns for him now in this one. And he's up to 10 on the year. That touchdown puts him in double digits. Now 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. The extra point, up and good. And the Ravens extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This fielded at about the 9. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Stafford now to throw on 1st down. That's into the hands of Jordan Whittington. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Williams. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Rams 1st down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. That finds Nakua downfield, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. They'll go with Williams. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Stafford now. And he's in. Puka Nakua. Touchdown, Rams. That's his 2nd touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. Stafford brings the Rams to the line. They'll try to get 2. They're going to try to run for it with Williams. And he will get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion ties this game up. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Wester now to return it. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
I know it's easy from up in the booth, Mike, but I think that's one of those zone reads where the quarterback needs to pull it and keep it himself. The defense was clearly keyed on the running back. Not much room in there. No gain.
On the option, they give it to Henry. He'll edge forward for maybe a yard. Kobe Durant up to make the stop. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Jackson exiting the pocket right. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. And he's going to take this one all the way. 75 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. A first down throw for Stafford. And that'll be batted down. Marlon Humphrey, the man there to break that one up. 2nd and 10. To throw is Stafford. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
Forced out wide. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
He'll be brought down. Short return. and they'll take over there. On 1st and 10, Jackson. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. That's caught! And he will go all the way. Keaton Mitchell, touchdown Ravens. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Now a 1st down throw for Stafford. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one just didn't feel right from the jump. I think he sensed that he was either going to take a sack or get baited into making a bad throw. So ultimately a good decision. Just throw the ball away.
He'll find his tight end in the middle of the field at Higbee. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this 3rd quarter. Fourth quarter begins, and it's a run by Williams. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down. Now it's Stafford. Pass caught right side by Higbee. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down. They put Adams in motion. Working across the field, the Kua has it. And he'll be out of bounds down around the 40. So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Here's a handoff to Williams. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal. Here's Stafford. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked up by Nate Wiggins. And the Ravens are going to take over here at their own 22.
Every defensive coordinator, Mike, in the NFL preaches one thing about red zone defense. Keep them out of the end zone. Make them settle for 3. Well, what do? With that interception, they take it to another level, and they get off the field without allowing a single point.
Up the sideline to the 40. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 35 yards.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain. Going up top and looking for Andrews. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. Now it's going to be third down. From the gun, Jackson. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete on third down. Rashad Bateman, the intended target. And it's going to lead to fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. A huge play on fourth down. 33 yards. Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss. This one caught at the 4. And that's going to move them closer, but they're going to need to come up with something here. Here comes third and goal.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. You can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. Moving to his right. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Here we go. Offense still out there. It is fourth and goal. They'll drop to throw. Now he'll work his way out right. And that is caught on fourth and goal. They've got it. Jay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore. That his second TD catch of the season.
And once they let the quarterback out of the pocket, it just became too many options at their disposal. You got to keep him in the pocket and limit the run option. Once he's out there on the perimeter, Mike, his ability to either throw it or take it in himself, it just puts so much pressure on these coverage defenders and results in an easy touchdown.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's first and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down. Working out of the gun, Stafford. He's going to look deep for Adams. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To the air again, Stafford. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
On the zone read, it's Mitchell. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. A give right up the middle to Henry. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock is stopped, 55 seconds remaining here in the game. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. The shotgun, here's Jackson. This is caught at the 2. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They put Adams in motion. On 1st and 10, Stafford. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Open man, downfield, it is Adams. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Atwell sent in motion here. Stafford now to throw on 1st down. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be taken down. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2. Clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. Moving outside the pocket. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer, as they score here in the final minute of play.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
Stafford brings the Rams to the line. They'll try to get 2. They'll look to throw. That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
You just have to find a way defensively to step up there and get a stop. It's one thing to give up 6. You allow a touchdown, but now dig deep, man. Get a stop. Looked like there was some confusion, and offense is going to come away with 8.
So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. And he'll be taken down. We'll see if they want to use that final timeout or not, but things are pretty much spoken for. They'll run. It's Henry. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it. Second down, 8 yards to go. He'll go again here with Henry. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Here comes 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Jackson. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Open man, left side, he's got it. And he's going to have the Ravens first down as they wind up getting 13 on 4th down. So it's a win here for the Ravens. And with an open date on the schedule next week, we'll be able to savor this one for a while. Rest up and ready to get back at it in 2 weeks' time. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson, for our entire